For VCU, ace control. As I mentioned, since he's returned to the lineup, the Rams are a totally different team. Their turnovers have gone down in each game that he has played. They've averaged just under 11 turnovers in the last 3 games and make Florida Atlantic uncomfortable. The Owls attempt 26 3-pointers per game. VCU has got to get them off the line, make them uncomfortable on the perimeter for them to have a shot tonight.
And this Drew Williamson, we were talking about ODU, VCU earlier. He was part of many of those games. Of course, coached not too far from here as well.
That's right, coach down at Virginia State. He was Lonnie Blow's top assistant with the Trojans, won multiple CIAA championships.
Oh, and alley-oop to the big fella. Welcome back, Hassan Ward.
That ankle looks fine there, big fella.
They're hanging around to this thing and making life difficult for the Rams.
And they've really done it without Forrest being a factor offensively for Florida Atlantic. He comes in averaging over 16 points a game, just 2 points so far in the first half, and has not hit a 3-pointer in the game. He shoots 40% from distance, and you've held him without shooting a 3, and you're only down 6. If you're Florida Atlantic, Coach May is probably telling this team, we're pretty good right now where we are right now. As bad as we played in the first half, to only be down 6, you got to feel pretty good if you're Florida Atlantic.
There's a foul on the floor by Hassan Ward.
It was good hedging there by Ward, but they bumped him a little too much. But that's hard. If you're a point guard and you see a guy 6'9" with a 7'5" wingspan come out there on the hedge, a little bit intimidating there. I didn't lie when I said Baldwin is taking over this game.
No, you didn't.
And he's doing it on both ends. Not scoring, but the vision, the passing. And then on the defensive end, that 2-3 minute stretch, Baldwin has played tremendous basketball.
Let's get another look at it. What a great pass.
First, it was the ball fake on Martin to make him think he was going to pass right, while the whole time knowing he was going to go to Deloach. And Deloach has given Coach Rhodes some good minutes tonight. Almost 9.5 minutes he's played, 7 points, a couple of blocks. He's been active on both ends. Really good play on the bench by VCU.
And the offense really got rolling.
Yeah, once Florida Atlantic cut it to 1, Ace Baldwin and the defense said, hey, you know what, we're not playing around and we're going to take over. Good action by Stocker finding Keyshawn Curry. A lot of Rams moving without the basketball, resulting in the easy opportunities. Jaden Nunn getting into the mix, and Hassan Ward, first game back after missing a couple with an injured ankle, played well. Jaden Nunn, the and 1, as he finished with 9 points in 32 minutes. VCU shot 71% in the second half, and it was mainly around the rim with great assists by Ace Baldwin finding Jalen Deloach, who had 9 points in 13 minutes. He was 4 of 4 from the field. And Keyshawn Curry again going to the basket as he finished with a team high 13 on the night. And then Baldwin, the no look to Deloach. The rock in the rim there for the freshman. Like I said, all-around game for VCU with a nice assist as they had 15 assists in the game. Sahonis hitting that 3, 4 of 11 shooting from downtown, and they limited Florida Atlantic, who shot almost 39% from distance this year, to 5 of 23 shooting for the game. Probably start to finish VCU's best defensive performance of the season.
I mean, again, both playing suffocating defense as well.
Yeah, both teams were shooting the ball better late first half going into the early part of the second half, and you got to credit Chattanooga and Silvio De Sosa. He's played well early on in the second half, but Deloach, as he completes a 3-point play,
nice. He's
played effectively, I think, for VCU here this afternoon.
Freshman converts in his first free throw of the young season.
Full court pressure, full court, man-to-man by VCU, changing it up a little bit.
Yep. David Jean-Baptiste. Got to hurry. He's only got 2 left to get it over the time. Just gets it over. Did he? He didn't. Caldwell unable to get the pass over to Darius Banks. So VCU creating a turnover with the half-court defense.
So we've seen shot clock violations committed by Chattanooga, and now a 10-second violation in the backcourt by Chattanooga. And now the crowd getting involved. First time we've really heard this crowd get involved here in this ball game.
Pretty impressive because it was ugly the early going here.
No question. I mean, for VCU, the way they shot the ball early in the first half, and then to hit their last 5 shots to go into the break, Jaden Nunn gives VCU a little bit of a boost offensively. And then Vince Williams, he started to take the offensive load and put it on his shoulders with some shots in the paint, and then stepped out and hit the distance. Hit a couple of threes to include one right before the half. For them to be only down 4 the way they shot in the first half, I say that's a win for VCU. I think Mike Rose can take some positives in the second half. The fact that they shot 57% from the field. Vince Williams becoming more active on the offensive end as we see him hitting that corner three. Offensively, things were working in the second half. Points in the paint, 28 points against a pretty good defensive team out of Chattanooga. Keyshawn Curry getting some open looks. Jaden Nunn, once again, playing well for VCU as he scored 10 points on 5 of 10 shooting and showing off that mid-range game for VCU this afternoon. So I think in the second half, Coach Rose could take a lot of positives. The fact that they shot, I believe, a season-best 48% from the field for the game. They picked it up in the second half, but unfortunately Malachi Smith had some answers for Chattanooga and was able to come away with the win. But I think he can take some positives, especially in the second half as they go to the Battle of Atlantis to face some pretty good competition starting off with Syracuse. And as I mentioned, Malachi Smith, you're going to hear his name a lot the rest of the season. 7 to shoot for Elon. Sanders, an off balance shot, good defense by VCU as Sanders grabbed the rebound for the Rams. 10-point lead for VCU at the 3-minute mark here in this first half. Maynor found Schuler, the jump hook, good for 2.
Well, we're executing so much better in the half court right now. Didn't get these kinds of opportunities down in Puerto Rico, Sean, but maybe the caliber of competition had something to do with that. Guys understanding how they have to execute to get these easy looks.
Rams lead by 12, 31-19 near the 2.5-minute mark of the first half. James on the baseline, shot air, and Schuler cleans up the miss. Here's Maynor pulling up for 3. 2 in a row knocked down by Eric Maynor. And Coach Nestor didn't like what he saw on the floor and calls a quick timeout for Elon, a 30-second timeout.
As good of offensive basketball as we've seen out of the Rams, Sean, as good as we've seen them play through both exhibition contests and then the 4 regular season games, it's the most impressive 18-minute stretch we've seen.
Well, we talked about it a lot, Mike, and Kelly did as well. The fact that on the defensive end of the floor, it created easy opportunities for VCU, and then they pulled back a little bit. Now we see the three-point shot falling.
Well, it's so much easier to score when you're in transition because there's no assignments defensively when you're in transition. Guys have got to pick up, maybe not pick up somebody they're used to covering there, and I think we had a big guy caught on Eric Maynor there. Big guy simply backed off too far. Eric took that space and knocked it down. He took the opportunity, whereas if he was matched up against his guy right there, certainly understands I don't want to leave Eric Maynor unguarded here. Transition creates all kinds of opportunities.
Rams in the midst of a 22-11 run because of 62% shooting in the first half. Elon really struggling now, only shooting at 35%. Everything on the side of the Rams here in this first half. Elon after the timeout, trying to get it across, and a good defensive pressure there by Jamal Schuler, forcing Waters to take up almost 10 seconds. Long's on the floor, guarded by Maynor. Here's James off the screen, looking down low. Couple of head fakes by Grable as he will go to the free throw line on the foul committed by Pashelnikov. Well, check it. No, he will go against Sanders.
I'll tell you, there you see the Larry Sanders impact on the game. Scott Grable hesitating, pump fake. Did want to challenge Larry Sanders. That's the impact that the young freshman has on the basketball game already.
Grable, the young man from Patrick Henry High School, at the line for 2 for Elon. And can't get the friendly roll. VCU goes back to their bench, brings in Famini to replace Sanders. Famini is on the floor with Schuler, Maynor, Anderson, and Nixon. Grable, Long, Waters, James, and also Sanders as Grable connects on the second. 14-point lead for VCU inside 2 minutes. Almost a turnover. Schuler was able to recover. Rams have 19 to shoot. Famini down low. The turn into the lane and got the friendly roll.
Well, Will enjoyed no mismatches in Puerto Rico, Sean. There he's got a smaller man in Monty Sanders on him, being very aggressive down in that low post. I love the fact that we're using inside-outside play tonight.
He's got 4 in the first half, and the Rams have a 16-point advantage on Elon, 36-20. Schuler has Waters with 17 to shoot, and James is called for a travel.
Again, the pressure bothering Elon. We have really picked it up. I love the fact that we came out of the block room tonight ready to go, Sean. Getting after it defensively to the tune of 34.8% shooting from Elon. That's kind of numbers you win with.
Numbers that Coach Grant loves to see. Their defense was a staple a year ago en route to that 28-win campaign.
Well, not just doing the job with limiting them to a lower shooting percentage, Sean, but doing the job on the boards where we didn't really do a great job down in Puerto Rico. Out-rebounded Phoenix 14-11.
Good spin by Famini to the block and lays it in.
A much more confident Will Famini, and the confidence is everything for the young man from Cameroon, Will. When he is confident in a basketball game, which I'm not sure we saw in Puerto Rico, he's a different player.
45 seconds in the first half. It is all Rams, 38-20. And Famini has 6 points in the first half. That's a big bonus for Coach Grant. Sanders tried to create. Pass inside was kicked by the Rams. A break for Elon. They'll get 15 to shoot after the reset. .7 seconds to go. Elon will still get one shot at least on this possession. Long with the inbound to Waters. Off balance, difficult shot. Rebound picked up by Famini. The Rams can hold it for one. Schuler will hoist up a three, ring it up.
This team is absolutely lethal in transition. They got the perfect guy to orchestrate in Eric Maynard, and we had Jamal Schuler with on his favorite spot at the floor in the corner with his feet set.
5 seconds and counting. Sanders will try to create and couldn't finish to win the half. A great first half for the Rams, who lead 41-20. Let's go to Kelly Lemon, who is standing by with Rams head coach Anthony Grant.